We're good, I think. Don't even know. Okay, that's good. Okay. What am I even doing with my life? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie, and in today's episode, I'm not a TV show, in today's video, I want to talk about all of the 5-star predictions that I have for the coming year. So about 2 videos ago, I reviewed my last 5-star prediction video that I did, which was back in like 2022, I believe. And some I'd read, some I hadn't. It's fine. We're not going to talk about those. But it gave me the inkling to like go through the books that I own now and on my Kindle just to see what I think would be 5 stars because, you know, as you read, you change, you grow. So I feel like I kind of have an idea of what I like as a reader. And so some of these I know what they're about somewhat, some I don't. But from what I've heard and from recommendations from other people, these are what I think are going to be 5 stars. So we're going to start with the first book. And there is a little, there's a theme to the books I pick, apparently. I do like myself some angst and some emotion. So if a book makes me emotional, it's going to be a 5 star. So the first book that I chose was Where the Mountains Meet the Sea. This is by A.R. Breck. And this is purely because of McKay from Oh Hey It's McKay. She said she loved this book, and I trust her because I've read so many of the books that she's recommended, and they've all been like favorites, 5 stars. So I fully trust her. So this book is not a typical romance, okay? This does not end in an HEA. I am forewarned, I am prepared for that. So this book, we are following our hero and heroine, and they meet, I think when she's like, she's 7 and he's 11, or she's 11, or they're both 11, but like it's a soulmate type of thing. Like she sees him, she just knows he is the one, and life is like, but like, is he? And so they grow up, she becomes a ballerina, he becomes a rock star, and life just decides to throw them every curveball imaginable. You know, they're bobbing, they're weaving. But this don't have an HEA, so I know I'm going to hurt. And that is a prerequisite for me, apparently, for my 5 stars. I'm just excited. I'm scared. Because, like, sometimes I'm ready to go into an emotional read, and I'm like, I got this. And sometimes I don't, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm ugly crying. But for me, it's the experience of reading a book. And if you give me that reaction when I'm reading, more than likely, even if I hated the book, I'm still going to rate it high because you gave me that experience. So I'm hoping with this, I get that experience. Okay, the next book is Heartbreak Warfare. I'm telling you, there's a theme, it's themed, and it's called angst. It's angsty and it's emotional. So in this book, we are following our heroine who is in the army. She's a medic, I do believe, and she goes across seas into the war, and I think at some point she gets taken. I don't know if she's a prisoner of war or if something happens, and she gets taken with, I don't know if it's this guy or if this is her husband because she is married. I don't know, but she gets taken with a guy, and they kind of bond. You know, there is like this trauma bond that happens, and they get rescued. She goes home. However, when she's at home, she's not the same. Of course, you wouldn't be after coming from the war. You know, you're going to have trauma. You're going to need a lot of therapy, and you're going to need a lot of support, and you're just not going to be the same person. And on the back, is it the synopsis, or it talks about like where she's like, I have to see you one more time. No one knows what we went through but us. And I can't get you out of my head, even though my husband's like this great guy. I just need to see you one last time. So is there cheating? I don't know. Is it a love triangle? I don't know. I just know that it's angsty and it's emotional, and it's going to make me feel things, and I'm here for it, and I want to read it. This was on my like 16 books I need to read in 2024, and it's just, I keep putting it off. And I don't know why, but I really want to read this one as well. Okay, the next book is another angsty one, because I told you there's a theme. Even If It Hurts by Marnie Mann. Okay, this book is also a recommendation from McKay, and so in this book we are following, is her name Oliver? No. Why would it be Oliver? That's a guy's name. I mean, it could be a girl's name. I don't care. We're following Chloe. Chloe goes overseas during college and meets this guy, and they fall passionately in love. and she has to come back to the United States. And when she does, she kind of, has to start life and start her job and do all this. And then she meets this other guy named Lance. So she meets Oliver overseas, and then she meets Lance, gets married to Lance. She then gets a job where she has to go back overseas. And guess who's there? Like, when she goes overseas, guess who's there? Oliver. Yep, you're right. So this is a love triangle. I don't know if there's cheating. I don't know. I don't mind cheating in my books. It is what it is. I don't like it in real life, but in my books it's fine. So I'm just excited. I don't know who's she going to pick. I don't know. I'm going to be surprised just like everyone else is when they read the book, Plus, the cover is gorgeous. So, like, if I could just rate covers, it'd be a 5 stars. I should do that. I should do a video where I just rate book covers. Huh. Maybe. Okay. Mind. Okay. But yes, this one. Okay, the next book is called Irish, and it is by Brittany Nicole, and this is a mafia romance. So in this, we are following our heroine, who I can't remember her name, but when she's young, she kind of falls for the son of the head of the Irish mob. However, she's kind of promised to the Italian mob. Her mom is like sold her, she's going to marry this guy. This guy's not a good guy that she ends up marrying, and she has children, I do believe, and she takes her sons, I think it's her sons, and like gets out of there. And somehow I think there's like, someone says they left a house for her. She goes to the house, and guess who's there? None other than, she calls him Irish, but he has a name, Frank. I'm pretty sure his name's Frank. And like, he's going to protect her. He's going to protect her because that's what mafia men do. Okay. It's a romantic suspense. It's going to be good. I just know it. A lot of people love this book, and I own other books by Brittany Nicole I've just never read. I think it's like the Loving Whiskey Duet, which I have. So the book says, she stole my heart like a little thief, and now she'll pay the price. Okay, well, it doesn't sound like he's very nice, but that's okay. We're just gonna go. We're just gonna go. It says, some call him Frank, others Ghost, but to me, he's just always been Irish. And I hope this book is good. It's Irish, get it? Irish. It wasn't funny, I know. Okay, the next book is actually on my Kindle. I don't own a physical copy, but that is The Lovely Return by Carrie Ann Cole. So last year I read Don't Kiss the Bride by Carrie Ann Cole. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. 5 freaking stars. I loved that book. And since then I haven't read any more by her. So it's time to get back in. And this book is her newest release, and so many people love it. So I don't really know how to explain it because like no one else really knows how to explain it. So basically we have our hero and heroine, and the heroine dies. And then after she dies, this little girl starts, or I guess it's so many years later, starts coming to the hero's house, and she's very peculiar, and she acts very much like his wife. So I think it has to do with reincarnation. That's what I'm getting with the vibes, and that's what other people have said. But people say there's like a twist, and I don't want to know too much, so like I'm not looking into like reviews or anything. I just want to go in kind of blind. It's a lovely return, so it's kind of like reincarnation, but that's all I really know. That's all I need to know. I'm putting my faith into this book, and I'm hoping that it's a 5 stars, because I tell you that Don't Kiss the Bride was so good. If you haven't read Don't Kiss the Bride, totally do. I'm just hoping this one's just as good. Okay, the next book is called Marriage for One by Ella Mays. I've heard people like this. I've heard people not like this. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know much about this other than it's a marriage of convenience, and they are strangers. Like, she needs something, but she has to be married to be able to get it, as is most marriage of conveniences. I have never in my life actually seen this happen. I've never met anyone's like, I need this, so let's get married. Never. But like, if I ever do, sign me up, because it tends to work out pretty well in the books. But I know he's a lawyer, she's someone, I don't really know much. I just know it's a marriage of convenience. Some people really enjoy it, and I know it's a slow burn, and it is rather thick, but that's okay. That's okay. I do love some thick books from time to time. I like big books, and I cannot lie. So we're going to give this one a shot. Again, I've never read anything by this author, so I don't know if I'm going to like the writing or anything, but just from other people and what I've heard about it, it sounds like I could give it a 5 stars. Okay, the next one is from another author that I've never read from, and this is The Broken One by Brittany Sahane, and this is actually a discrete cover from the last chapter, Bookshop. So this is a military, well, it's not really a military romance, but it's book 2 in the Falcon Security series, and it's a romantic suspense. And basically, when our heroine is younger, she has like a crush on her brother's best friend, of course. That's just how it is. And one weekend in New York, they like have this weekend and it's great, but then like he books it. He's like, I'm no good for you. I'll put you in danger, yada, yada, yada. So years later, she gets this chance to go to Paris for like this amazing job opportunity. The only problem is she has to go with him and be his fake wife. So of course, we got the fake. It's not even fake dating. This is fake marriage. But there's already past relationship going on here. There's going to be feelings. There's going to be forced proximity because we got to live together. And he's trying to protect her. She doesn't know that she's in danger, but he knows, and he's trying to protect her. So, like I said, this is book 2 in the series, but you can read them as standalones. So if I enjoy this one, maybe I'll go back and read the other one. I'm just hoping. I'm hoping that I can find some like new authors within all these books that I really enjoy, just to like, I don't know, like rotate my authors sometimes. Okay, the next book is The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. Of course you know Rebecca Yarros because she did Fourth Wing and yada yada and all the fantasy stuff, but I'm not a fantasy girly right now. I'm not in that era. So, but this one is another military romance, and basically our hero is best friends with a man who is in the army, and he's also in the army. And he gets a letter from his friend that passed away saying, like, if you get this letter, you know, nothing, it's not good. It's not good if you get this letter, if you know what I mean. And he's like, I need you to go once you get out and take care of my sister. Something's going on with my sister. She doesn't know the full story, and I need you to go and just like protect her. She's on her own. She needs help with, I think she has kids, but she has like no other family. So he's gonna go, and you know, I'm looking for tears with this one. I want some tears, and I feel it in my soul that I'm gonna get him. So I don't know. It's seen on TikTok, but I really don't. I take that with a grain of salt. I take TikTok recommendations with a grain of salt. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, the next book is purely because I'm very intrigued. Okay, so this is The Medicine Man by Saffron A. Kent. This is like a special edition cover. So, okay, this is a taboo romance because our heroine is in a psychiatric hospital and starts developing feelings for her psychiatrist. Now, this is a big no-no in the community of mental health, okay? Trust me, I do know what it is. I know the ins and outs of mental health, and it's my job, so I know this is a big no-no, okay? We don't do this, but in the books, it's okay. We got that, okay? Okay, it's okay. So basically, that's all I know. Like, can you even trust her? Because she is in a psychiatric hospital, is she like a reliable narrator? I don't know. I'm just kind of excited because like I do like to read about like aspects of therapy in books, but also it's taboo. So I'm like, am I going to be sitting here going like, oh my God, you can't do that. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. We'll see. It's going to be a good time either way, you know? So I'm excited for this one. And then the last, well, I do have like an honorable mention. So I will say that one because it's like in 2 parts. So I didn't want to say it because it would make it 11 books instead of 10, but here we are. The Torment Duet by Dylan Page. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. I don't know much about this other than it's step sibling and it's dark. I think it's also an MC romance. I don't know much. I know the books are banned and you can't like get them on Amazon. So I want to know why they're banned. And I do like dark from time to time. I don't know how dark my scale of gray gets. Is it like completely black or is it like, 50 Shades of Gray? I don't know. So we're seeing how I feel about these once I read them. If they're too dark, then I know. But so far, I haven't come across anything in books where I'm like, I can't go on. Like, I cannot read the rest of this book. Unless the writing's terrible. In that case, yes. But like trigger-wise, nothing has been like, okay, I'm done. I can't read this anymore. So we're gonna see what those. And then the last book I have is not dark. I don't think it's dark, but it is a college romance. And I'm not big on college romances, but that's fine. This is Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. Look, so many people, and I'm pretty sure this is another TikTok favorite, but I'm not reading it because of that. I've just heard good things about it. So this is a college sports romance. Basically, she was with this one guy, and he breaks up with her. So she gets with another guy on her brother's football team named Noah. I don't know too much. I just know it's angsty. I know it's going to make me feel things. People have said that they love it, hated it. And when you have polar opposites of a book, like some people love it, some people hate it, I need to know where I stand on that spectrum, because there's a reason why people love it, but there's also a reason why people hate it. And I need to know why either way. So we've got this one, and she's chunky. This one is a little bit chunky for just a sports romance. How many pages? Lord have mercy. Why would you make the writing that small? The numbers. I can't read that. What? Wait, okay. Oh, we're going to get real close and personal. Is that 5 or is that 4? Or is that 6? That's 6. 654? Lord have mercy. I'm blind. I'm blind, or that's just really too small. Okay, those are the books. If you've read any of these, let me know down below. Let me know your thoughts. Is there any that I should prioritize first? Or if you don't want to leave me a comment like that, but you want to leave me an emoji to let me know that you were here, leave me the star emoji. This is a 5-star predictions. Or like the crystal ball emoji, because I'm predicting, because I'm psychic. I'm not really. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. If you're new, I would love for you to stick around. My social media is linked down below as well if you want to follow me on Goodreads or on Instagram. But I hope you guys are having a great day or evening, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.